Yes, I need to file a complaint.
A complaint on what?
An officer.
Okay, for what?
I'm sorry?
For what?
I guess a formal complaint.
Like, okay, was it during arrest? Was it a traffic stop? Was it?
No, it wasn't neither of those.
Okay. Well, I mean, sir, you need to tell me something.
Okay, how do I file a complaint?
Okay, so who is it again?
One of the County Heights officers.
Okay, you have a badge number, you have a name, you have a description.
No, I don't have any of that. I have a description.
Okay, what time of the day was it?
You still haven't answered my question. I was asking about a complaint form.
I know, and I'm asking you to try to see which officer it was, so I don't send him to you to take your complaint. That would be silly.
So you're gonna send an officer?
So do you have a description of him, or?
So you're gonna send an officer that I'm complaining about? It's here?
I don't want to send the officer that you are going to complain about to you to take a complaint, because you don't have a name, you don't have a badge number, and I'm asking you for a description.
Do you have internal affairs that I can speak with?
No, not at this department.
You don't have internal affairs at this department?
Sir, what's the description of the officer?
You don't have internal affairs at this department?
Sir, what is the description of the officer?
Okay.
I have none.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to file a complaint on an officer.
How are you doing?
Doing good?
Hey, I'm Lieutenant John. Our Balcone Heights Police Department?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
I'll complain.
Yeah.
Okay. And it happened here in our city?
Yeah, it was a Vernon Texas officer.
Okay. Was it today or was it
A couple days.
a couple days ago? Okay.
What is the steps do I need to take in
Um,
order to do that?
Usually what happens if you're going to file a formal complaint, it goes through our patrol sergeant. So let me get a hold of my patrol sergeant. And then what he'll do is he'll give you the proper paperwork. He's going to take all your information. And then once he gives you the paperwork, just return the paperwork. And then as soon as that happens, then of course it gets filed in with our investigations department, and then they'll follow up with that and they'll look into it. So let me get my sergeant and just give me about maybe 5 minutes. Please see if he's on the call. If not, yeah, give me less than that.
Okay.
Let me just find out where he's at.
All right, no problem.
There you go. I'm gonna have the patrol sergeant meet you downstairs, and you want to come downstairs with me? Oh, sure. Talk to you. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
My first name is Philip.
Philip?
Yeah.
There you go, Philip. He'll get all your information from you. And then, there you go, there's my card right there. I'm the patrol lieutenant, so he'll fold it up. And then, was it on is it on a traffic stop, or is it on a,
Oh, I just rather put it down in writing.
okay, so you just gonna,
Yeah.
okay. You're not injured, no hurt or anything like that?
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, usually, our procedures are usually handled by our supervisors on patrol, and then it kind of gets, if it's going to get escalated, if it's a formal complaint, then it kind of shoots upstairs, and then it gets reviewed, and then you'll probably be contacted again.
Gotcha.
Come on out here, and then here he is.
Sure.
Yeah, you want to just hang tight. You should be getting here.
So I gotta speak to him first
Yes,
before I
sir.
get a complaint?
Yeah, because if it's not my sergeant, then it would be my corporal. So it's on patrol, but he was headed back to PD. Give me like 2 minutes. Let me go see if he's here yet.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. What's up?
Sergeant, I'm not Patrol Sergeant Acuna.
How you doing?
How you doing, sir? Sergeant Equity. How can I
Nice to
help
meet
you?
you. Good. Just need to pick up a complaint form to file a complaint on an officer.
Okay. When did this happen?
A few days ago,
Where do you recall?
in the city of County Heights. It was
I
a
know.
County Heights officer. So
Was it a traffic stop or was it on the call?
it wasn't even that. It's just something that I observed.
What did you observe?
Huh?
What did you observe?
I just rather put it in writing because
Okay, do you know who the officer was?
if I put it down in writing,
Mhm.
I got a vehicle number and all that stuff, so you guys can probably look it up that way.
Okay.
But I don't have a lot of information.
You don't have all that information?
No.
The reason I'm asking you is because whenever someone comes in to make a file complaint, we want to make sure if it's valid or if it's not. But that's why I have to forward a chain of command, because I do have to let my immediate supervisor, which is Lieutenant John Harrow, that a complaint from an officer came in. Then I'm going to be asked, who was it on? Okay. I don't have that information because you don't have it. And you said it was, do you recall a couple days ago what day that was?
I can look at a calendar, but I don't know right offhand, but I had
Okay.
it written down somewhere.
Because so you don't have, right now you don't have any information or when it was.
No, I just have a date and a vehicle number, so
Okay.
I think that's
Okay,
that
it's
should be
something that
pretty
you
good.
observed. Was that officer on a traffic stop or was that officer on a call?
No, it wasn't on a traffic stop.
No, okay, the reason I'm saying because all our vehicles are recorded. So that's what I'm saying. It was a traffic stop. You said we can find out the unit number and find out that officer. Because, you know, you're bringing this allegation to us. We want to make sure that, you know, if it's something valid that we can address it and vice versa.
I understand.
Okay, your name was, sir?
My first name is Philip
Your last name?
Turner.
Mr. Turner. Okay, this is our form.
Okay.
It's basically, it tells you everything. It also has right here for aggravated perjury. That's basically if the complaint is false.
I do understand.
Okay? And it's just fill in the blank.
Mhm.
You complete it. And then it's basically your statement on what happened.
I understand.
This is where you say on such a date, time, whatever, I observed this unit number, and then the author's information and stuff that one would. Okay, once it's completed, you can have it notarized. You're gonna have to put your photo identification copy, your ID there, and then come in and turn it in.
Okay.
And then whenever it's done, you can come back and I'll take it, and then I'll start the process of reviewing it. And if it's something that we have to address, then I will forward it to you.
Okay.
Okay, sir?
Yep.
Here you go, Mr. Turner.
All right. And I just had a quick questions about this form here. So you said I had to put a
Yes, you see-
copy of my identification
Yes,
right there.
basically what it is just, we can get your photo identification, basically your driver's license, and we put it here, a copy of the picture.
Right. Okay.
Okay? Because it identifies, you know, the picture with the name.
Right.
Okay.
This is professional standards section. Okay. Does this comply with the government code 614 section 22?
This is our section, it's Article 625 of the grade 625220, the Vernon of the statutory code of the state of Texas when it comes to complaints.
What is V.T.C.S.?
That is the, what do we call that, abbreviation? Yeah, that's my fault for not recalling that, but we can pull that up. But it's for the person, this is our policy,
Okay.
okay? And that's right here for the state law, Texas Penal Code. It says a person commits aggravated perjury, a third-degree felony, okay? If with intent to deceive and with knowledge and statement's meaning that make a false statement under oath, swears to the truth, a false statement previously made, if the statement is required or authorized by mail under oath, made under oath, and the statement is made during or connection with the official proceeding and the future.
Understood.
Okay? And we're looking at that right quick, sir, so we can all refresh on what that abbreviation stands for.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just wanted to check to see if the form was meet the government code. Usually,
Okay. Well-
the only thing that it used to take a complaint is that the complaint has to be in writing and it has to be signed.
In order for an official complaint, yes. Okay, but any allegation that's brought, we will look into it to make sure it's corrective action for any issue or whatever. But the only way we can take action with that complaint is actual written complaint.
Okay.
And if it's proved to be valid, then by all means, we'll correct the issue if it needs to be.
So, quick question: is this the form that I fill out to file a official complaint?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it has to be notarized and it has to have a copy of my photo identification.
Everything that you see here, you can see that? Okay? Because I know you're recording.
Yeah, I'm recording.
I just want to make sure everything's and then your statement of whatever happened on that day, what you saw.
It looks like an
And-
affidavit. to be
Yes, sir.
honest.
Basically, your affidavit is your statement.
Statement.
Because you said you want to put everything in writing.
Right.
That's basically what you put is your writing, is your statement of what the complaint's about.
Right. Yeah, the government code states that it has to be right.
Yes. So that's where you put your, that's where you put your complaint and then your signature, everything down here. If you need an extra copy, there's or an extra room, I should say. There's more room on the back for you to
Okay.
complete it.
So if I take this form and I bring it back with just my name, signature, and a written statement, will you accept it?
As long as it's completed.
Okay. Once again, if I have it written down and I have my name on it and I sign it, will you just accept it?
This is our official form.
That's your official
As
form.
long as everything's completed on this form, we will accept it.
You'll accept it. So you're telling me you refuse it if that front page is not completely filled out?
Everything has to be completed, sir. And if it's not applicable, you put NA, if it doesn't pertain to you. Okay? It's just like an application. You gotta fill in all the blanks. Okay? This is your form. Go ahead and complete it, sign it, and get it notarized. If you don't have a notary, we have notaries available for you.
Understand.
Okay?
Okay.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else we can do for you today?
No, that's it. That's all what I needed.
Okay, Mr.
Okay. I'll just make sure, if I bring this back, I'll make sure that it's written out and signed and dated, okay?
Okay. When you bring it back, ask for the supervisor on duty. There'll be a patrol supervisor, and they can take that from you. No
Thank you.
authority.
And what's your name?
Sergeant Acuna.
Acuna?
It's right here.
Okay.
AC-18.
Okay. You know, to be honest with you, I was here like a year ago, and I tried to pick up one of these, and I was denied one of these forms.
Okay. You have it today.
I understand, I know, but
Yeah.
like we're talking about a year later, so
Yes.
I understand. There's nothing you can do about it now, but I'm just letting you know.
Yes, sir.
It's been revised, and our policy is different.
Okay.
So everything's been changed on as far as our complaint process and our form. So if you weren't given any paperwork at the time, this is actually kind of, the forms are maybe a little bit older, but as far as the whole complete packet, it's actually been put together as far as for the complaint process, as far as for paperwork, if someone wants to file a formal complaint, and the procedure has actually been kind of modified as far as like the steps in the process, like I was explaining to you upstairs. So on-duty supervisor will take the initial complaint, and then from there to see if they can maybe try to come to a solution or fix the problem, because a lot of times it can maybe just be like an officer didn't use his like turn signal at the light, and it could be like a complaint, a general complaint like that, and that could be forwarded up the chain of command. Formal complaints to where someone feels like they were arrested, the arrest was unjustified, they wanted to actually, how can I separate it? Different things they have to be kind of forwarded up the chain of command, other than just hey, officers were parked in a fire zone.
I understand.
When they went in for arrest, maybe like at a store or something, or at a while they were on call.
Okay.
Usually our supervisors can handle that. Of course, they notify us and let us know what's going on with it. It's something that's a little bit bigger. That's why we put this together as far as like it's a formal complaint. It gives you the chance, or whoever's complaining, the complainant, to put it on paper, and then it's actually reviewed. But our first line supervisors actually make contact with the complainant.
Okay. I'll just be completely blunt, honest with you guys. This form, it doesn't look like an actual complaint form. This looks like a type of form that you would bring criminal charges towards someone.
Okay.
So this is kind of what it looks like, but I don't think the incident itself is criminal nature, but it's just more of a conduct standard.
Okay.
So this
Well, we
is
look at all that. It doesn't have to be a complaint on criminal nature. It can be conduct, it can be training, it can be something that we can address. If it's something that we can improve, then that's what we're going to look into either way. Okay, and also for your clarification, as well as ours, it's Article 6252-20 of the Vernon Texas Civil Statutes. Okay, that's what the V.C.T.S. means, or V.T.C.S.
Vernon, Texas?
Yes, Vernon's Texas Civil Statute. You can look it up. It's basically the Texas Civil Statutes. That's where that comes from.
Okay.
Okay?
And the paperwork does get filed with every complaint, so that's what the paperwork follows. As far as for,
Okay, yeah, it even says it here in the first section. It says the complaint requires it be made in writing and signed. That's it. It doesn't mention anything about it being notarized.
Okay, well, in order for, just like any paper to me, have any legal bounds, it has to be notarized, right? Okay, so that's what this is. For them, as far as like, to make your statement true and correct, because anybody can do a statement and sign it.
Right.
Okay, but this means it was notarized and basically they sign off. Like I said, if you don't want to get it notarized, we have them here. They can take care of it for you, or at the time that you come in. It doesn't have to be before or after.
I'll be honest. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. You know, to be honest, you know, if any average citizen were to look at this form, they would be heavily intimidated by just putting all their personal information on there when they're making a complaint against an officer.
Well, it's just like a criminal offense, okay? If somebody goes to court for a criminal trial, everybody has the right to see their accuser, okay? Somebody's making a complaint, that person who's making the complaint has to come forward and have to identify themselves. It's the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I understand that.
Because then, you know, then if that wasn't the case, then everybody would complain on officers, and officers be written up, you know, terminated or whatever based on people who don't want to identify themselves. That's not how that works.
Right, but
Okay, we have to protect ourselves as well against frivolous complaints. And basically this just identifies a person who has a concern. And for the people who have legitimate concerns, they fill this out.
Okay. But I'm just saying my concern. Like, it's just
I understand, sir.
all this information just seems a little intimidating to fill out. So that's just my concern.
Okay,
But I appreciate
it's
it.
going to be your choice whether you want to turn it in or not, but now you have the means to.
I
Okay,
understand.
and whatever you saw, if it's something that you just want to advise us, then you can tell us without filing that if you wish to do so. If you want to go through the whole official complaint, then you turn it in.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe we can address this here. So let's start with the one that happened a couple of months ago. But I'm not sure. I understand there's probably nothing to do about it now. But as far as going forward, maybe we could find a solution on that. Okay. On the website, I saw that all you have to do to file a complaint is you come in, you have a full form, they'll hand it to you, and then you can leave. Right?
In order for us to take the complaint, okay, you want to advise us. Okay, fine, if you want to come pick up a complaint, and if you want to say who is it, we have to make sure it's a Balcones Heights officer, when and where. Did it happen off duty, did it happen on duty, where in the city? Okay, just because it's a Balcones Heights officer doesn't mean it didn't happen in San Antonio or anywhere else. Okay?
But wouldn't the best thing to do is just get it in writing? That way you have it already.
Well,
and then,
like the lieutenant said, we have a new procedure. First line supervisors come and find out the nature of the complaint. Okay? We take the nature of the complaint, and if you're not satisfied or the person's not satisfied with the sergeant or the other supervisor, fix the issue or try to help, then you want to continue, this is when we get this here.
I understand. Okay.
Okay?
Let's see. These out. Here's one of my business cards. I guess if you can take it. It just gives there's a little bit more information on the back about what I do. You're more than welcome to check it out and look at it. But is there anyone that's pretty much over this besides internal affairs?
Would be the chief of police.
Chief of police.
Yes, sir.
And, what's his name?
Daryl Bowles.
Daryl Bolts?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'll just see if I can give him a chat later on today. If not, then I'll probably contact him sometime later on tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And I'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
You guys have a good
You're
day.
welcome.
All right, guys. Once again, failed. And I'll explain to you why. Let me go ahead and turn this car on. Turn the AC on because it's hot up in this car. All right, let's take a look at this form now, okay? Unbelievable. The officers didn't know what the V.T.C.S. stood on their actual form, so they're pretty much giving you this to fill it out, and they don't really understand what's on the form itself. So that's number one. Number two, this here is only if you're bringing criminal charges to an officer. Okay? That is ridiculous. I even told them, I said, the statement itself is not criminal itself. It's just something I observed, and it was, to me, I thought it was ridiculous. This is the information they want from you. This is unbelievable, ridiculous. Anybody that's wanting to write or make an official complaint to an officer, this information can be very, very vital. This is your most private information. You have a Fourth Amendment right to protect yourself. All right. They want your social security number, which is unheard of. I've never heard of that. What are they going to need with your social security number? The name of your spouse, if you're married or not, your nearest relative other than husband and wife. And then here they want a copy of your photo ID, pretty much your driver's license or state ID. They want a copy of it. All right. So pretty much this whole page is just an investigation of you, the complainant. This here is when the state brings criminal charges against the whoever is being written here, okay? I've already told them, I said, the situation itself is not criminal. It's more of a misconduct, rather. Okay? So this here is saying you're pretty much swearing to this statement that all of it's true. Well, guess what? A lot of criminal charges are brought to people who are either convicted or exonerated, or the charges have been dismissed. Seeing this is a complete intimidation tactic. And then they want you to get it notarized as well. You do not have to get it notarized. It's ridiculous. You don't. It even says it right here on the front. It requires that complaints against law enforcement made to be made in writing and signed by the complainants. And then before the complainants may be considered by superiors as a basis for disciplinary action against an officer, your statement may be made under oath and notarized by a supervisor in the professional standards section. That has been added. That is not the actual Texas government code. They added onto it. The Texas Government Code 1614 Section 22 states, for an official complaint to be considered, it has to be in writing and it has to be signed. That is it. And we're at the Balcones Heights Police Station. And this is my second visit here, and they have completely failed. It's unreal. Unbelievable. Well, I've been here for a total of almost 35 minutes just trying to get a form. I guess I was lucky this time because last time I didn't get a form. But after 35 minutes of waiting and the official form here, I finally get one. But you know what? Now you can call. Now you can voice your concerns. But keep in mind, be very professional when doing so. Don't do anything out of the norm. All right? Just politely express your concerns and let it be that. No name calling, no threats, none of that. That's not what we're about. That's not why we're doing this. We're here to cause change, and we're here to make sure that this complaint process is as easy and smooth as possible. This here is not easy and smooth as possible. Okay? If you guys want to, call them. Okay? Look them up on their Facebook page. Rate them. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. We the people. The government is here not to boss us around, but here so that way we can keep them accountable for their actions. Okay? Just ridiculous. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to go pull the other video. If you guys want to look at the other video, just look up the Balcones Heights complaint audit. So now there's going to be actually 2 of them now. Okay? On their website, after I left from my first visit, on the website, they stated that all you have to do to file a complaint is you can just come to the police station and we'll give you a form. That's it. But no, they want all the information up front so that way they can discourage you from filing your complaint or belittle your complaint. Because if they want to address it now, then there will be no official record. Always, always, always. If you have a complaint, put it down in writing, make it official, turn it in. Because once it's been turned in, it's a record, and records cannot be destroyed. However, if you talk about it and voice your concern and they try to fix it in-house, then it's almost good as not filing a complaint in the first place, because there's no record of it. No one will know if this complaint ever existed, because there's no record of it. Alright, so like I said, guys, give them a call. These guys are very much in need of a wake-up call. Get them on their Facebook, call them, express your concerns, email the chief, because this is not a complaint form. This is an affidavit. This is if you want to put criminal charges against a cop. Unreal. Well, I guess we're off to see who else will fail this audit, but so far, I mean, I knew for a fact coming here they were going to fail, just based on my last visit, and once again, here they are, failing again. I'm actually going to come back a third time, probably later on in a few months, and see how they do. But until then, let's make sure that they hear our voices. Let's make sure that they hear our concerns. And we're going to get this policy or this form revised, because this is ridiculous. Alright, guys. Y'all stay safe. Batosai out.